Hey guys, so I'm here today to film it's either my perfect base routine or my go-to foundation routine. I don't know what I'm titling this video, but basically it's everything except for my eyes and eyebrows, and it's showing you all the products I've been using to get my cat. Do you hear my cat? She has a paper bag she's playing with. Tallulah, do you have to play with that in here? It's all the products I've been using to get kind of a flawless base. It's medium coverage, glowy, dewy, just kind of like my everyday put on and go and look fucking great face. So, yeah, if you wanna see how I do this, keep watching. Also subscribe to my channel. I upload every Tuesday and Thursday. And you should stick around because I'm pretty awesome. And that's all I got. So if you wanna see how I got this face, then keep watching. So I've already done my eyes. I just put the shade Incense from the Norvina palette all over my crease and on the outer corner with my Smith 232 brush, which is a fluffy crease brush. I love this brush. I use it like every day for my transition color. And then I put Stila's Wanderlust all over the lids. Honestly, this color is too beautiful for words. I absolutely love it. Now, on a regular basis, I probably wouldn't use the Stila Glitter and Glow. It's just a little glam for every day, but I'd probably more so just kind of press one of the Anastasia shimmers onto my lid. Basically, I am a neutral brown, gray brown crease kind of girl, and then I shimmer on the lid, and then I put on a wing liner, and I'm done for my eye look on a daily basis. So that's what we did today. For primer, I'm going to be using the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I have really been liking this primer. I will say there are some foundations I find don't work with it. I tried the L'Oreal Infallible foundation with this and it just looked awful. Now, in general, this didn't look great on me. And then I also tried the CoverGirl Healthy Elixir foundation and I mixed it with my whitener and it was fucking awful. Like, I had to remove it. And then I ended up just wearing this but with a different primer. So I will say that I love this with the foundation I'm going to use, but I don't think that it plays nice with all foundations like most primers would. Just a heads up. So I'm just going to take one pump on my finger and I'm going to start by just kind of spreading that on my cheeks and around my nose and bringing it onto my chin. Now, I will say, as you can see, this makes me a little bit red, but that will go down. Then I'm going to take about half a pump just to do my forehead. I do think it takes more than one pump to put this all over your face. I'm just going to put a little extra on my chin, and whatever's left can go on my jawline. So then you're just supposed to let it sit for 1 minute. So I'm just gonna let that sit. As you can see, it doesn't have too much of an effect on my actual skin. It does make it look a little, like I've heard it described as like glass-like, and like obviously this has a green tinge to it in here, but you can't really see it on the skin. I wouldn't say that it helps cancel out redness in any way, shape, or form, which is what you would assume green would do, but it is basically just supposed to keep the moisture in your skin and also make the foundation sticky. So I'm just gonna let that sit for a couple minutes or a minute and I'll be back. I will say the downside of this primer is that I have cats and I already just got cat hair stuck to my face. And there's a cat down here who wants to come up and she's gonna get cat hair on my face. So that's been on for about a minute now. I'm going to use my Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I actually just talked about this in my Sephora VIB sale recommendations, which I will link below because it's a good video and the sale is now. And there's a cat on my lap. Oh, there she goes. I'm in the shade Snow, and this is a repurchase for me. I've owned this foundation before, but before I never really cared about it, but I don't know what it is, but I've just been reaching for this. It is a good medium coverage, skin-like finish foundation that stays on really well. It gives me good coverage. It looks nice on the skin. I have an issue where like I don't like matte foundations, but I also don't want my foundation too dewy because then it slides around. And I find that a lot of foundations right now are like super full coverage, which is nice, but it's really easy to overdo it. So this has been like my go-to everyday foundation. I will say, normally I would just kind of spread the foundation on my face and then blend it out, but with the sticky primer, I do feel like it's better if I put it in the back of my hand and use my beauty blender to apply it. And if I touch my face right now, it's like, it's not sticky. Okay, it is sticky. It's just like tacky, like as you can see. Let me kind of just lean in so you can see it pulling my skin up. See that? It's gonna hold onto my foundation. So I'm gonna do one pump to start. Take my beauty blender and I'm just going to start blending that into my face. And like, I'm aware for some reason it looks kind of ghostly on me, but this is the color of my skin. So that is one layer, and a lot of the time I will just leave it at that, but I'm gonna add a little bit more coverage. So I'm just gonna put about like half a pump or less than half a pump on my face and just kind of blend that into my jawline and around my chin, especially because I am breaking out right now. Thank you, Mother Nature. I truly hope you can hear my cat doing laps in the background around my house. So this is my skin with about 1.5 layers on it. This is what I will do. As you can see, it has a nice kind of skin-like finish to the foundation. I'm covered. For concealers, I go back and forth between either Tarte Shape Tape, like a basic ass bitch. This is in the shade Light. Or sometimes I reach for my Fenty. I'm in the shade 140, but my issue with Fenty is that none of her light foundation shades, or both actually, light foundation or concealer shades are actually pink toned. Like, if you look at, this is Tarte Light and this is Fenty 140, and as you can see, this is much more pink toned and this is much more warm toned. And so I'm gonna use Fenty today just to be a little bit less basic, but I mean, once you blend it out, it's honestly not the end of the world. I'm like, I have this cluster of little friends over here that I would love to cover up. So we're just gonna blend her in. I also don't know how, but I have like 2 pimples over here. Like, who gets a pimple there? Just me, apparently. Just me. And now, when I do my cover up on my pimples, as you can see, I can still kind of see it. So what I do is I just kind of go and I go through and I do the 1 layer of concealer, and then I'll go back at the end and I will add a little bit more coverage. Well, not the end, but after this. So as you can see, when I first put that concealer on, it was definitely not the right shade, but I think the magic of concealers is that you can kind of you just have a little bit more working space, I guess, with the shade being off. So that's good enough for me. I'm going to add a smidge more concealer on my fucking demon on my face over here. And when I have demons on my face like this, I try to tap just like really lightly, because I want to like just blend the concealer out so that it still has lots of coverage. For setting my under eyes, I will be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter powder in Lavender. I have talked about this nonstop since I purchased it a couple months ago, and that's because it's absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to go through and just tap out any fine lines I have. I have fine lines, but any like creasing I have. And then I just kind of leave my face like this while I set my concealer. I tap off on my hand once first, and then I hope you can tell how much brighter this under eye is, and like just, it looks smooth and magical, to be honest with you. Okay, so that is that. I am going to do my brows and my mascara off camera just because it takes forever, and I will be back. Okay, so brows are on using the Anastasia Dipbrow, and for mascara, I used the Diorshow primer and the Hourglass Caution mascara. I'm really liking this mascara, but like this packaging would suck for anyone with gripping issues, and I do have carpal tunnel and weak wrists, so I find it, like, as you can see, this isn't closed properly, and I find it really hard to like have to get it closed properly. Part of it is because it like it gets harder to close the longer you have it because it gets a little bit dried out, but like annoying. Now for this foundation and concealer and primer combo, I definitely feel like you need to set your face if you want to put on blush, bronzer, etc. So I'm using my MAC Mineralize Skinfinish Natural that I am clearly running out of. And I'm going to just kind of set my cheeks first, and then I just kind of bring it around everywhere else on my face because this is where the powder needs to go. So it needs to be like the most set area of my face. And I have dry skin, so I don't want to set the rest like too much. But I also do want to set that concealer that I used. And that, like, this brush is shedding. There we go. That's how it's done. That's just an e.l.f. powder brush, and I like to just press powder into my skin as opposed to buffing because I find that pressing doesn't disturb your foundation as much. For bronzer, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I will be using the e.l.f. Flawless Face Brush to apply that. I kind of apply bronzer like in my contour area. I don't like when I like see people just like literally applying it over their entire face. Part of that is probably because I'm a ghost, so I can't put bronzer everywhere like everyone else. But I love the tone of this bronzer. Like if you are ghostly and you're scared of bronzer, like me, this bronzer is beautiful. I don't put bronzer on my forehead because like I have not a lot of space. I have a small forehead, okay? So I don't feel the need to. But what I do like to do is go over with my powder brush and just kind of, again, just kind of tap it in. I just find that this helps to just blend everything and make it look a little more natch. It's natural if you're JLo's makeup artist. For blush, Benefit Dallas is everything to me. It is just the most beautiful blush ever. It's what I wear literally every single day. It does kind of like mesh with my bronzer a little bit, but I'm honestly not mad about it. For highlight, I don't ever not use the Colourpop Flexitarian highlight. I take a little bit on my finger. I use this as kind of like a highlighter base, and I apply it on my cheekbones. And like you can already see that that is a fucking glorious highlighter, just straight up. A little bit on my Cupid's bow, down the bridge of my nose. I do not do the tip of my nose. I don't believe in that. But like this highlighter is just, you will never be able to convince me that there is a better cream highlighter than Colourpop's Flexitarian. It is magical. For highlight, I've been going through a couple highlights. I obviously love my Fenty Beauty Fire, Dust, and Lightning Crystal, but I feel like I've used that so many times on this channel that like you know what it looks like. But a highlighter I've actually been going towards lately is from the e.l.f. Jkissa eyeshadow palette. She has this large shade here called 23, and wait until you see what this looks like. I'm sorry, do you see that? Are you viewing this highlighter? Because if you're not, I don't know, are you blind? Like, it's stunning. I'm obsessed. I also know that this collection is sold out. She just announced it recently, but if you can get your hands on this, if you have this, use this as a highlighter. It will change your life. Just straight up. Now that my face is like 90% done, I'm going to go in and set my brow bone. I don't know why, but I always do this like last. I do my brow bone and my inner corner highlight like last. So I'm just going to take the matte off-white shade from the Norvina palette because I don't believe in shimmery highlights. Shimmery brow highlights, at least. Gross. And then I'm going to just take that e.l.f. Jkissa highlighter and pop that in my inner corner because she's beautiful. So I'm just going to set my brows. I've been using the Essence Make Me Brow. I've just been into a tinted brow gel. I just find that it helps to kind of define my brows. I love this one because I can wear it just on its own and my brows still look put together. I do want to try the Kush one and the Anastasia Beverly Hills one though, but for now this will do. I'm just going to kind of brush them up just to add a little fluffiness to my brows. Okay, so I am just going to put on liner, curl my hair, and then I'll be back to finish lips. And we're back. So I'm going to set my face with the Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. I've been loving this. This is a great dupe for MAC Fix Plus in the finish that it leaves on your face. It honestly makes any foundation just look beautiful and glowy and magical on your skin. I don't know where the lid is. My cat probably took it. Now that that is on, I'm also going to set with, normally I would say my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, but I don't see it for some reason. So we're gonna go with the Morphe. Ooh, baby. Okay, and for lips, I'm going to mix the two Saraya Jade Cosmetics colors. This is IDFC and this is Sweet Saraya. They are both reds. I'm going to show you what they look like on the back of my hand. Sweet Saraya is definitely a brighter red, but the reason I'm mixing them is because Paige the other night on SmackDown was wearing this combo. So this is Sweet Saraya, definitely has more orange undertones, and this is IDFC. So I'm going to lay Sweet Saraya down first. No, actually I'm not. I'm going to lay IDFC down first, and then I'll put Sweet Saraya kind of over top. So BRB again, I guess. Okay, so this is IDFC, which is like beautiful, but I'm just going to put Sweet Saraya on top and mix them together. Okay, and this is the two colors mixed together. I don't know, I curled this side of my hair first, so it has fallen quicker than this side. It's very strange. There's also a cat on my lap. Say hi to the people, Tallulah. She hates being held. Hey! Hey! Hey, why are you such a butt? Hey, little baby! It's my little baby. So this is my go-to foundation routine. I've been loving this lately. I just think it looks beautiful, put together, full coverage. Doesn't look too cakey, looks skin-like. I'm just obsessed with the primer, the foundation, just a simple eye look, and some hot lips. Like, this is just everything I've been loving lately. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what your go-to foundation is and how you like your foundations, dewy, matte, etc. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.